So wrapping up, the future of technology during Black History Month. Wayne, you doing some active work with AT&T 28 days, and talk to us a little bit about that platform and what your contributions are there. Since nerd is the new cool.
Yes, yes. Nerd is the new cool. That's the hashtag. That's the theme, and that's the movement, right? Nerd is the
Absolutely,
new
nerd is the
cool.
new cool.
So for Black History Month, as we get a close, AT&T reached out myself, Olympic athlete Sonny Richards Ross, and hip hop legend MC Light to basically be celebrity mentors for Black History Month. We each have a team, and each team works with a nonprofit. And my team works with the Oakland Digital Literary Arts Center in Oakland, California. And I have in the studio there's Dan and Tracy, who are two members of that team,
Hmm.
and they had to do a social media challenge, and also have to work with a nonprofit to help the mission in terms of increasing digital literacy. And so, but the overall goal, look at the big picture here, is that AT&T and wanted us to basically be voices in the community to encourage people to get involved with various support organizations in the community and think about what can we do to have impact
Hmm.
in using technology and just and move forward in our culture.
Hmm.
Reflect on the past. A lot of people done a lot of amazing things in Black history, and also, but what can we do moving forward?
Right.
And so we're wrapping up, and at the end of the month, and we should know whether the technology team, my team, will win versus MC Light and Sonny Richards Ross team. So I feel like I'm very very proud of the team, regardless if we win or not. And working with Oakland Digital and Sean and Linda, the staff over there, it's just been a wonderful experience. And we hope that people who follow us along,
Right.
they was able to learn as well, but also were inspired to give back and get involved in the community.
I gotta ask you this, Wayne. Out of all of our conversations, your research, people you've talked to, people you mentor, do you find that for African Americans specifically, the challenges we have are more personal barriers, or are they more professional barriers? And that's a little loaded from me. I've been asking a lot of
Yeah.
loaded questions today, but I guess from my own experience, I learned that even through our discussion today, that it's that confidence,
Yeah.
it's that knowing you can compete,
Yeah.
knowing you can exist,
Yeah.
getting over the hurdle that you probably gonna be the only black person in the room, and the other people are really over that. That was never a challenge for them, but we find that we have to kind of get over that hurdle a bit just to kind of get at an even level to play the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Great question. I would say my opinion is that it's more personal.
Hmm.
And if I probably say percentage of African Americans, probably say it's like 80% personal and then 20% is not for them. And in just a broad sense, it's just they didn't. That's not their environment. That's not
Right.
where they see things, right? I would probably say 20%. Some of the African Americans maybe grew up in the Bay or big cities, so forth. That was kind of more, opportunist projects for them. But for a lot of African Americans, my opinion is that uh, the culture and traditions in our past in the history of America has just been passed down from families
Hmm.
into communities to where our experiences that we're still being held down,
Right.
which is so not true.
Hmm.
Now, it's not true in a worldwide sense.
Hmm.
It's still true in individual cases.
Absolutely.
And that goes to the professional. That
Hmm.
you get in an environment where you know that unfortunately, still in 2014, that people will judge you by race. They
Hmm.
will judge you by gender. They will
Hmm.
judge you by your sexual orientation,
Hmm.
and that's not fair.
And then it's reversed a bit. Now we judge ourselves in a lot of settings
Exactly.
too, and
Yeah.
keep each other
Yeah,
back.
that's true. And also in the African American culture,
Absolutely.
we have to
Real
do
talk.
more to support one another.
Hmm.
We have to do more to encourage one another. And you see somebody doing well, what's wrong with promoting him or her?
Right.
We will promote that video on some tech site
Hmm.
or urban site that somebody fighting or dancing
Right.
or women doing whatever. We'll promote that all day long.
Before we appreciate the fact that nerd is the new cool.
Exactly. So we have to like say, all right, you see somebody trying to create a mobile app, you see somebody trying to do something that's never been done before, you see somebody trying to launch a company. What can you do to help? Because you never know when that person, that woman or man, gonna create that company, and then that is going to basically have the opportunity to hire and be in a position to create wealth.
Hmm.
And he or she may be looking for somebody like you because he or she knows that as a black person in tech or black entrepreneur, the challenges. So they may go look for more blacks, they may go look for more women.
Hmm.
And so they may be looking for you. But if they you know,
And then Wayne, let me throw in there. Maybe it's some motivation, man. Maybe it's some inspiration we got to give because we have this platform. You got the skills. This business, the technology business, is waiting for you. Get off the couch. Get off the phone. Whatever it may be that you think that you can't compete. You know, the not that the jobs out there. We don't want people to succeed and create opportunity for yourself because we want you to do that. But open your mind to know that you can participate on these larger platforms. You can be in the game. You got the tools. They're in your wheelhouse. You know, ladies, fellas, young, old, different, whatever you are, get over that piece and let's see you out here competing in some of these conferences on some of these platforms, blowing up Wayne's office. I'm gonna give you his phone number later. You know, sending emails to him and reaching out to Dan and asking him to mentor you and watching his experience, and guaranteed he'll tell you how he failed. You know, how some of those things didn't work. And so before you see the thing that you see on television and watching his bank account grow as it is now, but before
not yet.
but before all this,
Yes.
he had some challenges and getting comfortable with those challenges. Michael Jordan said it best: "I succeed because I failed."
Yes.
Trace, anything you want to help? You want to add as well as we close this out?
Definitely confidence, and I'm gonna disagree with you a little bit, Wayne, about the barriers. There are some very real barriers that are facing us.
Mm-hmm.
Institutionalized barriers, the school to prison pipeline. It's very real.
Mhm.
It's not, and it's in our community.
Right.
But it's also going to take our community a concerted effort to change the paradigm. It's got to be a paradigm shift. And we have it. We've had it in the past. And we've had it in our long history. I mean, hearing you talk about the fact that Kevin Hart did this innovative thing with Fandango.
Right.
I mean, looking at this artist who dropped her album on using social media.
Sure.
You know, just looking at the creativity and the innovation that we have within our community. If we concentrate our collective efforts to build one another up, we can do amazing things. We
Absolutely.
can continue to do amazing things. And but it does start with self. And no matter what's happening in your life, no matter what circumstance is going on, you have the ability and the creativity to move beyond it. And I think we need to tap into that internally and then bring it out external.
Thank you. Producer Keisha Minor, Mr. Dan Miller, Tracy Gray, Wayne Sutton, K2 here. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you on the next segment. Nerd is the new cool. Be sure to hashtag that, folks.